Let's bring in former FBI Special Agent Nicole Parker. Special Agent Parker, first off, you know indictments. You have been involved in indictments your entire career, providing the basis in most instances for said indictments. When you read this one, did it make any sense to you?
I was looking for some smoking gun or something that, we hadn't heard about yet. And I am very familiar with indictments. I've testified before grand juries on multiple occasions. And in my experience as an FBI special agent, I can tell you that a case with this many holes in it, I can't imagine an AUSA taking on this investigation. And that is why this case was declined multiple times. It was declined by the Department of Justice. It was declined by the Southern District of New York. And I think everyone was assuming, look, if you're going to bring on charges against the former president of the United States of America, completely unprecedented, it better be rock solid. And we were all looking for that. I looked at the indictment. I did not, there were so many holes, I don't even know what the underlying crime was. 34 counts based on, just a lot of emptiness is what it appeared to be. And when you're going to bring on a charge against the former president of the United States, it needs to be solid. And I believe it was very underwhelming. I believe that. And frankly, many people across the country do. Regardless of your political party, your political persuasion, this does not appear to be the case that people anticipated that it would be. They have spent lots of time, lots of money, resources. We are in a time frame where things are not going right. Look at the city of New York. It is not the city that it used to be. I lived in New York City. I have visited New York City recently. It has changed drastically. And for this to be a high priority for the district attorney's office right now, I was stunned.
Yeah, and to segue into this next part of what you just said, DA Alvin Bragg, this was his message after Trump's arraignment. Listen to this.
These are felony crimes in New York State, no matter who you are. We cannot and will not normalize serious criminal conduct.
Oh, how nice of him to bring that up now. But while his office is focusing on Trump, it also has been repeatedly releasing some of the city's most violent criminals back on the street. One of these people is 53-year-old Rodney Johnson. He has had nearly 90 arrests and served 2 stints in state prison, but got multiple felony theft charges downgraded to misdemeanors, Nicole, just last week. So is this political, or does he really care about New York and keeping it safe?
I think it's pretty apparent what it is. You know what's shameful about this? It's insulting to the victims of these violent crimes. It really is. I worked white-collar crime as an FBI special agent. I have worked violent crime. I have worked both types of crimes. I am not saying that we should not be charging and focusing on white-collar crime. That's important as well. But when violent crime is rampant in your city to the point that people do not feel safe riding on the subway, walking down the streets, and then you're going to spend the amount of resources that they did on a case that's from 2017 that doesn't seem to be solid, it's frankly, it's sad, but it's very insulting to the victims of these violent crimes. They deserve better. The citizens of the United States of America deserve better. Those living in New York City deserve better. So if that's what he's going to be focusing on, then let's start focusing on the real crimes that affect the safety of individuals. I can reassure you and promise you that people in New York are likely more concerned about walking out of their door and returning home safely than they are about some business records that, President Trump may have falsified, back in 2017.
Yeah, I'm not worried Trump's going to beat the you-know-what out of me when I leave the station today. Meantime, House Republicans deposing ex-CIA Deputy Director Michael Morrell yesterday as part of their investigation into the weaponization of the federal government. As you well know, there were 50 other signatories to that now infamous letter saying the New York Post story is Russian disinformation. You shouldn't follow this. What's the significance of Morrell particularly?
He held a very high position, had access to certain information, and I appreciate that Jim Jordan is bringing this to the forefront and getting to the bottom of this. We keep talking about, everything's fair, equal application of the law. No one's above the law. If that's the case and they were, suppressing this information, that needs to be known, and all individuals need to be looked at and investigated, not just people that hold one certain political persuasion. So if they were trying to suppress that Hunter Biden laptop prior to an election, that's election interference, and they need to get to the bottom of that for sure. So I appreciate that they are bringing him in, questioning him, and let's see what happens with this, Morell investigation.
Yeah, he may be one of the first. He won't be the last. Nicole Parker, thank you for your insight. We appreciate it.